Hello, everyone. It's Kristen here, Joyfully Thriving. And yes, I'm in my car. This is a little different than normal, but I'm spending a lot of time in the car because I am officially in that mom stage of running to and from. And I have a couple minutes before I have to go get Caleb again from preschool in the morning. And I just thought we'd take a minute to chat because what a week it has been here. And I thought, as I was thinking back over our week, there were some lessons that I learned, mainly one really important thing. And I thought it might help you out too. So I thought we'd just chat for a couple minutes quick before I have to go do preschool pickup. So our kids all go to a Lutheran school downtown where my husband is principal. And so I take the kids in the morning. Caleb is our last, who is still in half day preschool. And so I pick him up at 11:30 every day. So I'm going back and forth 3 times a day. I do that trip. Morning drop off, Caleb in the middle, and then pick up all the kids at the end of the day. And March is always a busy month. We're doing a lot of running like that. March, some of you know from our grocery hauls, all 4 of our kids have birthdays. So this month they all turning from odd years, or they're turning from even years to odd years. They were all born 2 years apart. And in March, no, we did not plan that, but that is the way God blessed us. And it's our own version of March Madness. We love it. It's fun, but it is super busy. Lily and Caleb have already had their birthdays. Emmett and Nathan are yet to come this month, and they will finish it out. So it's been a good month. But in addition to all those normal busyness and things, the weather has finally turned nice, which is great. We're very thankful for. And it's just nice to be sitting here in the sun, actually thinking about this as we're doing all the things. But our school had a big accreditation this past week, which in our Lutheran school system, every 5 years you go through this process. It's a lot of prep work. My husband is principal with the teachers and his team has been working on it. But then you host this team of 6 teachers and principals who come in and observe your school for a couple days. So my part in that was helping prepare all the food and the hospitality, which is great. I love to bake. I am happy to do that. But it just coincided with a lot of things. So here's what I was baking this week and doing. We had to get ready for Lily's birthday. So whose birthday was this week? So she wanted to take in birthday treats. So I made 2 pans of Texas sheet cake brownies for her, as well as the mini bundt cakes, chocolate bundt cakes she had requested for her birthday dessert. At that same time, that night before, I was preparing 3 desserts for dinner. I did a brownie cake with peanut butter cookie dough fudge in the middle. So good. I did a Toll House pie, and then I did a spice bundt cake using that same recipe in a big form. Great recipe. It's a nothing bundt cake, copycat recipe. I'll leave the link below. So good. We all love it. So made that for the teachers. Then the next morning, as I was packaging up Lily's treat, I was also sending in breakfast for the team and all the teachers. So I made a cream cheese coffee cake. I did some sausage cheese puffs, which I had baked when we hosted all the teachers for our monthly get together. So I had those ready in the freezer, which was great. I did what else did I do? Baked oatmeal. And then the next morning I did mini pumpkin muffins and yogurt and granola. I think there was something else. Danish puff. I did Danish puff. So I was sending in all those things as well. And then normal, just cooking meals and doing all the things, filming the videos for you guys this week, doing the grocery shopping, trying to stay ahead on laundry, and just baking a lot, which I love baking. And I really do. And I'm so thankful that I can help and serve from home like that. But even though they're all good things and things I love doing, it just gets to be a lot. And it feels like I'm just trying to keep up with all the things. And I know a lot of you feel that way too, whether you're working from home, whether you're working outside the home, whether you're working at home as a mom, whatever you are doing, whether you're retired and you're just trying to keep up on all your lists of responsibilities, there is a lot going on for all of us to juggle. And so I realized I couldn't do it without my lists. That was my takeaway. Like, to stay on top of all the things, I have lists. I have lists everywhere. Grocery lists of things I want to do, things I need to bake, menus, the deals I am finding, the videos I am filming, all the things. I have a list. I'm always carrying it with me. It's a bullet journal. I've been doing this for my friend Kaylin introduced me to this, and I've probably been doing this like 7 years. It is the longest I've ever stuck with a planner. And if you've never heard of a bullet journal, I absolutely love it because it's basically you create your own planner. So I use this simple spiral notebook, and it's kind of small so you can see it. It fits in my purse so I can carry it with me, but it's grids, which I really like. And then I basically make lists in all of it. I love it because if I forget a day or two and I'm not writing things down, I don't feel the guilt of blank pages like I used to with planners. You try a planner and you'd skip a couple days and then you feel bad for not doing it. Well, now I don't have to worry about it because I just go to the next spot and start making my new list. But this week, I realized again the importance of writing everything down. Like so many times we try to keep it up here in our heads and we're trying to remember prices, we're trying to remember things to do, but we have to write things down to remember them. And maybe that means a combination of things for you. I do a lot of different things. I use a Google Calendar because I do sync that with my husband so we can see what meetings are going on, especially for his schedule. Principals have a lot of meetings. So I can see all of those things, and like choir events for my son Nathan, and that's synced on our calendar and things like that. But then I do menu plans and I keep a list of that on our fridge. I have started putting in some reminders more through Google Calendars and putting those on my calendar so it pops up for me. But my paper list and my bullet journal, that is my go-to list. And I have to write things down or else I forget them. One of the things that I like to do is like I do these brain dumps and I just write everything down, no matter how little it is, everything I need to do, whether it's calling someone, whether it's making an appointment, doing laundry, washing the dishes, baking this, cleaning out this room, whatever it is, I will just sit. And I do this about once a month. Or when I feel really overwhelmed, I know it's time to do a brain dump. I just sit and write everything down. It doesn't have to be in order. It doesn't have to make sense. I don't worry about categorizing it. I just write everything down. And once it's out of my brain, it is amazing how much better I feel because I have the space to step back, kind of look through it, and then I can go, okay, what am I going to tackle next? Some weeks like this, I just have to keep going from one thing to another and just keep baking and doing all the things and we get through it. But the lists keep me focused. Now, I don't know how you keep things balanced and organized, but for me, lists are what is helping me. And especially on busy seasons or weeks, like it gives me that space to breathe. And even on super busy weeks like this one, I could check things off my list. And there's something to be said about for crossing things off a list. I don't know about you, but I just love it. So I'm just popping in here to say that, like, I know the weeks can feel busy. I know some days can feel overwhelming. Sometimes you just have to do the next thing. Make a list and start crossing things off. And you know what? You're probably not going to get to everything on your list in that given day. I definitely don't. I never do. My lists are always way too long, and I always have projects that I need to work on or things I'm not getting to. That is life. But it was Elizabeth Elliot who said that a long time ago, and I love that quote, do the next thing. Sometimes that's all you can do. You just have to do the next thing. But then I'd like to add, give yourself grace, because I know we are juggling a lot. As moms in this day and age, like I said at the beginning, whether you are at home, working from home, outside the home, just whatever you are doing, whatever your situation, there is no one else who quite knows and understands all the things that you're juggling. And you know that it can be a lot. And some days feel like more than others. And just give yourself grace for all the things that you are doing. And when things don't get done, it's okay. You know what? My great grandma always had that saying too. She said, what doesn't get done today gets done tomorrow. And if it doesn't get done tomorrow, then it probably didn't need to get done in the first place. And I think about that sometimes because me especially, I'm very ambitious. I'm a firstborn perfectionist. I like to do all the things. I like to do it well. I want to help all the people, but you can't get to everything. So make your list, give yourself grace, do the next thing, get through what you can do, and tomorrow you can start fresh all over again. Thanks for joining me for this chat. Again, I know it's a little different. Do you want to do more of these car chats? I'm in the car a lot. I definitely could do that, just kind of about what's going on. But it's time for me to go grab Caleb from preschool. Hope you guys are having a good day as well. And thanks so much for joining me in this content or whatever it is. I will be working on filming and editing Sam's videos this weekend. That's what's on my list. So stay tuned for those next week. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you soon.